Is it urgent? 'Cause I'm kinda busy right now.
I'm sorry to have bothered you.
You know, on second thought, there's nothing more important than students like you. Besides, I know you. You haven't spoken to anyone today, have you? You know, people really should talk to other people every day, even if it's just small talk. Otherwise, their hearts grow dark and sullen. Talking to others builds bonds of friendship and camaraderie. It broadens the mind, and it makes you feel grateful to be alive. That's the kind of creatures we humans are.
Bunt is bad, baseball is a team sport, and everyone has their role to play. But jujutsu sorcery is an individual sport.
Isn't working with the other sorcerers important?
Of course. But no matter how many allies you have around you, when you die, you'll be alone. You can only piece together undervalued data on yourself and others. You can't imagine a stronger future version of yourself. Maybe that's because of your trump card. You believe that in the worst case, you can resolve everything at the cost of your life. And at that point, forget about beating me. You'll never even measure up to Nanami. Dying to win and risking death to win are completely different. Give it your best. Be greedier.
Art, ready! So that was it. Good. And none of them are sick. I was afraid this was a national crisis. But no. Luckily, it was just a trick.
Ha! If it really was a national crisis, I wouldn't want someone like you. Ignore his babbling! Execute him!
Save your bullets. You don't have what it takes to kill someone like me. When do you think a person dies? When a bullet from a pistol pierces his heart? No. When he's attacked by an incurable disease? No. When he eats a soup of deadly poisonous mushrooms? No! A man dies when people forget him. Even if I should disappear right now, my dream will come true. And when it does, the citizen's sickness of the heart will be cured as well. You're crying. Why, Dalton?
Is that true for a country?
Yeah, if the will to do it has passed on. I've had a marvelous life!
I don't understand all your melodramatic nonsense. But if I disgust you, then that's quite the compliment. So thanks for that. Malice is an emotion that's unique to human beings. It distinguishes us from all other animals. But what am I saying? I'm sure you're familiar. Rage, hatred, revenge, destruction. Malice has power. Because whenever you let those feelings of malice take over, that's when you're at your most human. After all, humanity's truest form is evil.
The evils of this world are disappearing. That hasn't changed since before I became a hero. So, I guess that means I haven't really made any difference. I'm not necessarily sad about that. But there has been something bothering me lately. As the days pass, my emotions grow more distant. Fear, tension, joy, anger, I feel none of them anymore. In exchange for power, maybe I've lost something that's essential for being human. Before, I'd have all kinds of emotions whirling inside me when I fought. Dread, panic, rage. But now, all I need is one punch to end it. Every day I come home uninjured and wash my gloves. When I'm out fighting monsters, I never feel as if my heart's really in it anymore. I mean, I just do the hero thing as a hobby. But as long as I get a kick out of it, in the end, that's all I really care about.
Why are you crying? This is your doing. You said you'd rather feel pain yourself than inflict it on others. You choose to be neutral. But you know what happens when you play both sides? In the end, everybody loses. You saw what happened with your mother.
Why couldn't you just live for me? You had a choice! Why didn't you choose me?
Even if it meant forsaking your aunt?
Yes, if she'd be here now!
Even if it meant hurting her?
If it had to be done!
Even if it meant killing her?
Whatever it takes!
Learn the lesson your mother couldn't seem to grasp. That sometimes, to protect one thing, you have to have the resolve to let go of another. But you're not weak like she was. You have the power to break this chain of grief.
Anyone who tries to take them from me will get no mercy.
And what if your decision ends up being the wrong one in the end?
That won't happen, because I'm not wrong. What's wrong is this messed up world. Every day I've spent here, I've wondered, how did all these people let it come to this? Minds and bodies ruined, dreams of freedom erased, personalities burned away. No one would want to go to war if they knew what it would do to them. But it's not like we all leapt into that hell knowingly. Most of us were pushed. Some of us were pushed by other people. And some of us were pushed by the environments we grew up in. So, the few who do choose to leap into hell see it differently than the rest. And they're also able to see something beyond the hell. Maybe that something is hope, or maybe it's just another hell. Fact is, you can only find out by moving forward.
A wise choice. I applaud anyone who has the courage to stand up and face their enemies. However, the wizards who are the most courageous are those exceptional few who know when to stand down. Remember, Natsu, there's nothing wrong with feeling fear. After all, how else would we come to know our own weaknesses? You need to know them in order to become a stronger and gentler person. A necessity for those who want to be S-Class. Now that I've shared this knowledge with you, you pass, kid. Possessing powerful magic isn't the be-all end-all. One thing I can truly appreciate is your hunger to win. Your burning desire for victory. I say that because I have it too. Like you, I don't want to lose.
If I may, I'd like to pose an interesting question. Are all human beings truly equal? These days, everywhere you go, there's talk about the fight for equality. As a wise man once said, heaven does not create one person above or below another. People like to throw his words around. But that's not the whole quote. He goes on to say that while we are all equal at birth, pretty soon things begin to change. Academic effort is what sets some people apart to rise above the others. At any rate, humans change over time based on their actions. Truth be told, at the end of the day, equality is just a fantasy. And most of us go through life denying the fact that we live in a meritocracy.